That's a vibe. She wanna vibe. That's a vibe. Yeah, that's a vibe. It's a vibe.
Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in once again to the Manny Hall Show. Have with me Jasmine.
Hello.
Yeah, so this is like an amazing little place we are here. She's going to show us around and tell us all the cool things that she's doing in her journey as an entrepreneur. You ready, Jasmine?
Yep, I'm ready.
All right, let's go to Manny Hall Show. Peace. Hey, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm amazing. Please tell the people your name and what you do.
My name is Jasmine Renee. I am a fashion designer from Cleveland, Ohio, and I'm also the owner of Jasmine Renee Studio, fashion studio, alterations, and beauty bar.
Nice. So what made you get started?
I've always had a passion for fashion. I used to cut up my clothes since I was 9 years old and create something new. I graduated from Kent State for fashion design. I tried to get a regular job. I hated it. I had to do fashion. I was still doing fashion on the side when I was working.
Yeah.
And I just decided to go into it full throttle. My first shop was actually in Shaker Heights.
Okay.
In which I graduated from Shaker High School. So I thought that was great to even start in my own hometown.
Absolutely, yeah.
So after that, I just have been looking, and I finally found a steady home. I opened here October last year and been going strong ever since.
That's what's up. So give us like a little tour.
Okay, so this is my showroom and like my boutique. I have my mannequins in the window for the street. I try to always put something that's like glitz and glam in the window so that people admire from the street and it catches your eye. At night, I have different lights that change colors, and I could change them according to how I feel or whatever color I want them to be.
Nice.
Here's some of the clothes that I've made that are for sale. So I just call that my ready-to-wear rack. And then over here I also have a couple other things that I've made. And then on mannequins, I have like feature dresses. Like this is a feature. Of course, her back is out, and then the train you can see from the street because the door is clear. You can see right through the door. So that's like a showstopper when people come in.
Right.
So I also have another feature over here next to the shoes and the jewelry. So everything is kind of like.
That's a strong mannequin too.
Yeah. Yeah,
she's not
she
playing.
was originally like a sports mannequin, so she's strong, yeah. And then that leads to my cash wrap, and then most of my jewelry is handmade, and then with the exception of some of the clutches that I outsourced and bought, and the purses.
Nice.
But yeah, I try to at least put a handmade touch into everything I do. This is my centerpiece couch, and overhead is pictures of the work that I've done. Some of these are prom images from fashion shows, photo shoots, more prom. And this dress is actually the dress that's on the mannequin.
Nice.
Yep, and then this is my 7-foot mirror. All my clients love this mirror when they come in. They're like making music videos and dancing in front of it.
Yeah, it's nice.
Pretty much the showroom.
Awesome.
And then I'll show you my workroom.
All right.
All right, so back here, where everything happens, I have another showstopper couch because I loved it. Had to buy it twice.
Yeah, those are nice.
My mannequins, small up to plus size. This is usually where I have my client fitting, so they have this wall back here that I painted that they'll take a picture in their dress and then they look at themselves in the mirror.
Gotcha.
There in here is my fitting room. And then behind here is where I do all my sewing and grunt work. This is Jasmine Renee Beauty Bar. This is where people can come get pampered for hair and makeup, lashes, manicure, hair color, haircut, pretty much all your beauty needs. We do natural styles, some sewing styles. And I wanted this to be an extension of my fashion studio.
Nice. Nice.
Yep, and here is my desk where I make all my appointments, buy fabric, answer emails, answer phone calls, and everything. And I always keep my inspiration behind my desk so I can always be inspired by the things that I do.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
All right, so tell me, like, how did you have the courage to do all of this?
It took a lot of just motivation on my part, because I feel like if you're not self-motivated, you're not going to go towards anything as far as your dreams, your goals, your ambitions. You're not going to want to do anything in that nature. So I feel like self-motivation is key, and I feel like having a good support system is what sustains you. So my mother, my father, they've been there through thick and thin, like for me. Even, you know, days I wanted to give up, my mom was always like, you're my shiro, I believe in you, you can do it. Keep going. Nice. People need you. So without that, I feel like I wouldn't be this far. So I feel like that's a big factor. Yeah.
So with all the people that might have tried to doubt you in the past, like how did you deal with that negativity?
You know, you gotta shake the haters off. Yeah. I just feel like success is the best revenge. I've had people who say they support me and then they go MIA, or then they want to pop up later, and you know, you kind of got to take the good with the bad and don't let it affect what you do or your feelings about that person. You just got to keep moving and wish them the best and just keep going with what you're doing. And it's pretty dope. I mean, you're pretty young to have this. I get a lot of older women that come in and they're like, where's the owner? And I'm like, I'm right here. They're confused about, you know, that I am so young and I am doing it. And they're like, wow. And they give me hugs and they're smiling because they're proud of me because they don't see this. So it's like, I'm glad to be the example for other people that want to be up and coming designers and want to start their own thing and do custom work and do, you know, anything. Just go for it. Like just start.
So what do you think inspires you the most?
That's a hard question. I feel like I'm inspired by a lot of things. I'm inspired by God, because I feel like without him, I wouldn't even be here. He gives me the motivation, the breath I breathe every day to get up in the mornings to do what I do. You know, so I feel like without God, what is life, you know?
Exactly.
I feel like my peers are motivators, my family are motivators, because I feel like I'm setting an example for my younger cousins, for my friends, for people who look up to me. Like, if I would have gave up when I was in college or gave up years ago, I wouldn't be where I am today. And the people that are my clients that need me, I wouldn't be there for them. So they also motivate me too.
That makes sense. Now, walk us through some of the struggles that you had with getting started.
Man, there's a laundry list. So I would give the advice first for anybody that's starting a business to always have a business plan or a set plan on what you're going to start to do. Because you can't go in blind. You can't go in not knowing what you want to do. Have a setup plan. Like before I moved here, I drew this out multiple times on different sketchbooks, and every drawing was different. And I feel like, can you ask me that question one more time? I'm sorry.
So with all the I'll edit this part out. Okay. So when you first got started, like it had to be some kind of struggle. So talk to me about some of the struggles that you had with starting.
So the struggles I had starting out was, of course, I wouldn't necessarily say financial struggle, because I saved and I stacked and I stacked and I stacked. So I would have money for a deposit for a place, for the supplies that I needed, and then along the way, I was buying stuff. So if you wanted to open a boutique or a retail studio or whatever you want to do, purchase everything you need before you get it. So when you get it, you're not like, oh, I need this and I need that. I had racks in storage. I had mirrors in storage. I had mannequins in storage. I had everything I needed, and the little stuff that I needed, like registers and, you know, garment bags, all that stuff I was able to get along the way.
Gotcha.
But I would just say, make sure you're be prepared before you get it. So when you get it, you're not frantic. I will also say another struggle I had was just trusting people. Even trying to find people that, you know, to do the work, to paint, to do, like, I also have a beauty bar in the back, to do my plumbing. Like, I learned in business, everybody's not trustworthy. They'll try to get over on you. And especially if you're a woman, it's a lot harder because you're a woman. So they'll try to get over, they'll try to take advantage of you. So you just have to be strong-willed, have another person with you when you're making a business deal. They'll try to get over on you on, you know, the money side. So it's very important to just watch, and you will learn along the way.
Yeah, that makes sense. Now, for you, getting started, you just talked about some of the struggles, some of the challenges, but like to really be out here saying I'm going to be successful, people are going to walk through these doors, like I'm that confident in what I have, like how do you do that?
I feel like your work speaks for itself. So, of course, I'm not just going to put a sign up that says I make dresses and then when they come in here, they don't see dresses made.
Right.
Or, you know, I do alterations and then I don't have clients that have said, oh, well, she does great alterations or she's made this. Like, I have a portfolio that's like a laundry list of things that I've made, clients that I've serviced.
So, way before you even had the store, you really made sure that your brand was built up.
College, I've been doing extracurricular fashion shows. I've done almost 30 fashion shows, so I've kind of been putting my name out here and there. I've done New York Fashion Week, so I've kind of branded myself before really branding myself.
Makes sense.
So once I put the name on the building, it was like, okay, she's here, she's established, let's go check her out.
But she was already out here doing her thing.
I was out here doing my thing. Yeah.
Okay, so you think that that's really important for people to really brand themselves right before you start to try to get a location and really put yourself too much out there to be exposed, because once people really know that you out there, if you don't have anything to really show for it, then
and you know, some businesses, they can do that. Like I've heard of some seamstress shops who I guess they've been there, mom and pop shops, been there for years, and you know, I've had girls come to me like, yeah, this lady blah blah blah. And I'm like, you know, I never want another person to down talk another person. But they're like, well, they didn't show me a portfolio. They didn't have pictures of their work. They didn't have work there. So I'm like, well, you know, how did you even go to that person? So I always try to make sure I cover all my bases. If I don't have a physical book here to show you, I'm going to say, go to my website, look at my work, or go on my Instagram page, or go on my Facebook page. So there's always somewhere where you can see, or I even have something tangible that you can touch so that you can see the quality of what I'm making.
And why do you think that's so important for them to get a taste of what you've done?
Just so they can know that it's real. I feel like a lot of people may claim like I do this and that, but then if you don't have anything to show for, even if it's not all that great, if you don't have something to show for it, they're still not going to believe you. If you show them something and they're like, oh, well, I've seen better, you had something to show. So every time I do show something, I always try to show quality work. I try to show something that I'm proud of. I would never put somebody out there in something that I wouldn't wear myself. So even anything that I hand pick to put in the store is something that I would wear. So it's always my personal touch.
Yeah. Now, how was New York Fashion Week when you went?
That was great. It was, you know, I'm not a morning person, so we had to get up super early. So it was, you know, that, but it was a little stressful, as always a fashion show is. It's very frantic, very go.
Now, what was your role in that? Like, what were you doing? Just attending, or where you had some
Well, no, it was during New York Fashion Week, and it was actually called Small Boutique Fashion Week. So they had designers that were on a smaller scale during New York Fashion Week, and we were able to show a 10-piece collection, and then they had us on like their Fashion Week TV, and then they gave us like a live interview. So it was really cool, and they had like industry professionals and audience.
So you had to basically bid for that spot?
Yeah, basically, and then they chose like who they wanted. We showed our work,
because it must have been like hundreds.
Yeah, I don't know. They do it every year, but I'm guessing it was a lot of people that applied to it.
But she was like, forget about them. Like, I got my spot. Well, so did you have a nice time out there?
Yeah, I did. I really liked the experience. I would like to do it again, but I have to figure out when I have time now, because right now I'm like swamped with clients. So. No,
do you have some workers, some staff?
I have one employee right now. I'm looking for another seamstress, and I also have an intern. So yeah, I'm definitely looking for another set of hands to sew.
So do you feel that as you grow, like you're putting the right people and pieces together to get you to where you ultimately want to be?
I do. I'm a very picky person, and I feel like if I don't have the right team behind me, we're not going to go far. So I have to be very careful on who I let in my circle of my design team and who I let touch my merchandise, because that's the money.
Gotcha. So where do you ultimately want to be?
I want to be everywhere. So I want to be in Ohio, New York, LA, all the fashion capitals overseas, Italy. I want to have a store everywhere. So my brand is as big as Gucci, Prada, Louis Vuitton.
Now, what is your favorite brand right now?
I really like Balmain. Yeah, I really do. I love the detail. It's crazy on every piece they make. It's wild. Yeah.
So in terms of your own pieces, do you try to pay attention to the detail?
Oh yeah, I see everything. So if there's like a thread missing, a button missing,
Yeah.
something's off, I always like my eye goes directly towards what's wrong so I can fix it. But I'm like a detail girl. Yeah, I see everything. And
tell us something fun about Jasmine that they don't know. Because you know some of your friends and family members are going to check out the interview and be like, oh, that's just Jasmine. Or like, tell them something that they don't know, something fun and exciting.
Oh my God, I don't know. Okay, something fun and exciting about me. I love food, but that's probably not a secret.
What's your favorite food?
Everything. No.
So you just eat, like you just tearing stuff up.
I can eat all day. I love food. I love food. Like I feel like if food was a person, we would date, we would get married. Like, I love food so much, and I love to travel. I don't like the airport. I hate airport security.
Oh, seriously? Why? Does it give you anxiety?
Because I used to, like, I wear jewelry. So I used to wear all this jewelry, and I'm like, what's the point? I got to take it all
Like,
off.
you sound like 2 Chainz kind of jewelry?
No, just like, like costume jewelry bangled out, rings, earrings. You got to take all it off. And one time I was in the airport, and I had this necklace on, and I could not get it off. And it was metal, like literally all metal. So I'm like, listen, I can't get it off. I'm walking through here. So they're like, okay. It's annoying. But I love to travel. I've been to Italy, Paris, Greece, Barcelona.
Look at you.
I've studied abroad, so I was over there for 4 months.
That's what's up. So what's your favorite place that you've been to?
Oh, man, it's hard because I love Italy.
Or give me 2 then.
Okay, shoot. Okay, Italy and Paris.
Okay.
Paris was beautiful. Italy, the food.
Oh yeah.
Everything over there is fresh.
Like what was so good about it? Like the pasta.
Fresh. Okay, bread and pastries.
It's crazy, huh?
I like bread and pastries were bomb over there.
Okay.
Best. And the pizza. The pizza was good. And even like they had American restaurants, but they were so good. Like they weren't anywhere near.
Like some of the ones that we have here, you saying?
No, their version of American food, but it was 10 times better.
Okay.
Way better. I love.
And like
Italian
you said, no
food.
processed stuff.
It wasn't processed, and then Italians usually grocery shop every week, so we would go to the grocery store and they would laugh at us because we would be stocking up for the month because we didn't have time to go back every week. Right. So they were like looking like, what's going on?
Oh, because they had their stuff fresh.
Yeah.
So they stay in the grocery store.
They stay in the grocery store, so they make stuff fresh, homemade, everything. So yeah.
Okay.
Love Italy. It's hot over there though.
What was it? When did you go? Like summer or spring?
We went in the fall, but it didn't get cold until like October.
Well, wait. Well, how long were you over there?
I think we left in August. Yeah. But
so you was like a month?
We were there for 4 months. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, but it was hot most of the time, and it got cold for this little
That's
bit
pretty
of
dope. How did you do that?
The grace of God. No, and then the mosquitoes over there, treacherous. But other than that, it was a good time. It was a really good time.
Okay.
It was a great experience.
So you got to go to Italy for 4 months.
Yeah, I lived in Italy. I had an apartment. We studied abroad, and then we got to go on different trips. So it was really like a vacation. It wasn't really a school, but it was awesome. I loved it. And we had like a fashion school in Florence, Italy. That's where we were. Yeah, so I went to like all over Greece. The food is amazing. People are rude, but the food is amazing.
Okay, what kind of food did you like over there?
Oh, man, they had like I don't even know. I think it was like some type of beef and the bread, rice, chicken. Like it was just.
I say I'm taking you back mentally.
Yes, like but it was amazing. The food was so good. This is a different experience. Like if you can get out of America just to go see the world. Your mind will be open to so many things. Like it's just not these borders. Like get out and go beyond what this is. Get out your city. Yeah. Even if you have to drive. Like some people have never left Ohio. Get out of here. You gotta go. Like there's the whole world out here. Like why are you still here? Like get out of here.
There's so much to do. So what do you think that your favorite piece you've ever made is?
It's coming soon. I think. I feel like this prom season is like a whole nother level.
So you about to like kill it?
Yes.
Do they know you about to kill it? Like, do they don't even know?
No idea. This prom is every year pushes you to another level. So this level is like.
So like, have you like really made that your specialty of really dealing with the prom dresses each year?
Yes. Okay. So I usually do upwards of 50.
Wow.
I tried a year, yeah. And then I usually do a contest. So I give 2 girls 2 free dresses.
Nice.
I do an in-state winner and an out-of-state winner. And I have them write an essay about what their dreams and aspirations are, why they should win.
That's dope.
And why they deserve, the prom dress.
I love it.
And
I love it.
when they win and I ship it to them and they send me pictures. I had one girl last year, she won. She had a horse and carriage ride and sent me pictures. And I also have a photo contest, so the best prom picture gets a Visa gift card. She won like both times because her pictures were amazing. So
wow, that's cool. That's cool.
I like to give back in that sense.
Yeah. So when you think about prom season, like, is it something deeper than just the dresses? Is it really just dealing with the connection of these young girls?
I would say it's very personal because even now I'm doing the dress. I'm finding your accessories. I'm finding your shoes, your purse, your earrings, your necklace. So if you need me for that, I can provide that also. And I, if they need undergarments, I refer them somewhere to get them. But I'm like doing everything this year.
And I've seen like that. I remember looking last year, maybe the year before, on Instagram when some of the young girls were going to prom. Like, these dresses becoming crazy. They put so much pressure.
Beyonce and Kanye and Kylie and it's red carpet Oscars out here.
But where do they get this money from? Are their parents just like, they must be rolling the dough to just, because they gotta cost a pretty penny.
They're very expensive. I'm not gonna give a dollar amount, but I will say
at least a few hundred, right?
Yeah, a couple $100. And some people even pay and then they're like, oh, I'm not going anymore, or they pay and they say I don't like the dress, and I'm like, okay. It's like, you gotta keep going. Like, there's other clients you have to finish, and you can't dwell on, oh, they didn't want this for whatever reason. It's just like, okay, I'll just sell it to the next person.
But do you like have like this sense of excitement when they put that dress on and they send you pictures?
Yeah, I get really hyped.
I did that right there.
Yes, I get very hype about it. And then, my new employee, I have him doing like the trains, and we have roses and feathers. So when he sees it all together, he's like, wow, like, I did that. I helped, put that together. So it's a sense of gratification. But when you're in the process, it's very stressful. Yeah. You kind of want it to be over. I need a nap today.
All right, please tell me the thing that you find most impressive about Jasmine.
I would say my tenacity and my perseverance through everything that I've been through. Like, oh my God, it's been a lot. I've had people tell me that I don't know how to sew, from teachers from school to just people, and, the naysayers and the haters and, hateful words and crazy emails. And then, you have to keep going. Like, I would just say perseverance, tenacity, and then trying to handle all the clients, and then life, and managing a store, and, paying rent. Like, it's a lot. Yeah. So...
No, although this isn't directly related, but it's like hot topic right now in the news and everywhere else. Kanye. So, he's a designer as well.
Is he?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, he tried to play.
Kanye, don't come for me.
She coming.
Don't come for me.
She trying to come for you, Kanye. All right. So, he has a lot of tenacity. He believes in himself too. Yeah. But like, where do you think like the line is drawn with somebody like really believing in themselves, but like going overboard?
I feel like this. I believe in myself wholeheartedly. I always everybody has doubts about what they should do. They should have did this better, blah, blah, blah. I never let my doubts take over and my fears take over. I always try to keep my confidence level up, because this world will chew at you and eat you away. True. So I feel like you have to be on a 10 or 1,000 with your confidence. Yeah. Never let anything try to damper that. And man, you just gotta keep going. Like, there's.
So you think that in a sense, like, as crazy as some of his tactics might be, and believing in himself, like, there's a place for that.
I feel like that's what makes him Kanye. Yeah. Because he has to be that eccentric and wild, and I'm me and I'm this and I'm that, because that's really who he is. So it might come off as arrogant to some people and not humble, but he's put himself on that platform to be able to do that. Right. Now, could I do that? No, because I'm not Kanye.
Yeah.
But I have to have that inside of me, though.
Right.
I have to have that boldness and that confidence and tenacity inside of me as a Kanye. Like, I'm Kanye on the inside.
Yeah.
But out here, I'm humble.
Yeah.
Because I'm still working. I'm still trying to get to that platform and that level, and I'm still rising every day.
Yeah.
But
And it's hard though, you know, to keep believing in yourself, because you think about how many young girls would have loved to be in your position right now, even though everything might not be perfect right now for you. But, you know, speaking of that whole Kanye perspective, it's just like that man really believes in himself, and he's not gonna let nobody tell him nothing, you know. So it's just like, if you and anybody else can continue to have that same drive and tenacity and passion, it's just like nothing can stop you. Because if you think about it, honestly, Jasmine, the thing that really stops us from achieving our dreams, it's not ourselves, it's other people. Yeah. And even if they don't say anything, you think that they're saying stuff. So you're like, my mom probably my dad probably feel this way, my friends. Yeah. But if you just keep going, like, you straight.
You can't care about what people think, though. I've had to come so far away from that, because I would get so attached and my feelings would get so engulfed in things. Yeah. And I had to say, okay, you have to detach, divorce that, and keep going. Because if you get too attached to something or to an object or to a dress, and the person disses it because it's your work, and you feel like, I made that, you don't like it, what's going on, what's wrong with you? But you can't feel that way. Right. It's not you, it's them. Yeah. You got to keep moving, because you can't let that halter you. You got to keep going.
Yeah. So what advice would you give to up-and-coming designers?
This business is not for everybody. I would say you have to have motivation. You have to be a doer. You cannot be lazy. You cannot procrastinate. You have to do the work yourself. A lot of times people are like, oh, I want to start a fashion line. It's not like that. Right. You got to know everything about fashion. If you want to start a fashion line, do you know how to draw? Can you pay somebody to draw? Do you know a sample maker? Can you pay somebody to make your samples? Do you know a manufacturer? A lot of people come to me and they try to ask me for all this information. I'm not going to give it to you, because I went to school and I paid upwards of $50,000 for my degree. Yeah. And I just can't give that out. So I feel like you have to do your own research and even go to school if you want to learn. You're not gonna. It's not gonna be handed to you. Like you have to do the work. Like, I'm on the floor, hands and knees, cutting out fabric. I'm on the machine sewing. I do everything for my business.
I love it. Would you ever go back to another job?
No. I even tried. It's just, I don't like working for people. Like, once you become a boss and you have a mentality like,
okay, she a boss. Y'all heard her. She said she a boss out here.
Once you become in a position to pay yourself and to pay other people and employ, like, I am an actual employer where I have to sign somebody, W-2, and I have to sign their paycheck. There's no going back. Like, and then even the fact that you make more money working for yourself than you would a 9-to-5. Yeah, that's true. So there's no room for that. I don't even have time to do that. I'm literally working all day, every day. So there's no time for that. And I went back to school. I went to hair school. I went to Paul Mitchell and got my cosmetology license, because if someone wants to hire me to create their whole look, I can do your hair, your makeup, and
say that.
Yeah. So
I hear you.
I also put a beauty bar back there so people can come and get the whole shebang in one place. Yeah. So
I love it.
There's no room for 9-to-5.
So what do you think is one thing that you can improve upon?
I'm always trying to improve my customer service, because I'm like an introvert. So working with people, I've always had to work with people because I worked in retail like pretty much all my life. But I have to, when I'm sewing, I'm in this mode. And then I have to like switch if the phone rings. So I'm like, have to like cut that off and like, hi, thank you for calling Jasmine Renee Studio. Yeah. So, I have to like switch that on, and sometimes I don't switch it. And I'm like, who is it? I have to, I will say, become more extroverted and a better people person. Okay. Because peopling is hard. People can be tough, and you deal with so many different personalities on a daily basis. It can be hard to just deal with everybody's every want and a willing need. So it takes a lot out of you. So I would say working on that, but other than that, I think I'm all right.
All right. Last question. So when you are in your zone, like what do you like to do? Or is it a certain kind of music? Is it like complete silence?
No.
Is the TV on? Like what do you
I can't work
need?
in silence. Okay, so this might sound a little crazy, but I get things done if it's like trap music, but sometimes often fashion music too. Like if it's like runway music, I can get it done. It has to be like fast paced. If it's slow, I'm going to sleep.
Gotcha.
I have to have music, especially if I'm doing like I make outfits for boxers. I gotta listen to like hip hop. It puts me in the zone for what I'm doing, and it also puts me in the zone for what they're gonna do. So it has to be like something fast, moving, and upbeat tempo.
Yeah, that's what's up. All right, any last words as we close?
Thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah, no
this
problem.
is great. I enjoyed myself for this interview, and thank you so much. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at jasminerenee.studio and visit my website and subscribe, jasminerenee.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time, Jasmine.
Thank you.
We're out. Peace.